NBA players who forced rule changes. In every sport there is a governing body which oversees and presides over that sport. A set of rules and regulations are drawn up to ensure fair play within the sport. Rules which are meant to be followed or one risks being fined or thrown out of the sport. However, though rules cannot be broken, they can most certainly be changed, and that's why it's no surprise that the NBA we see now is so very different from the NBA of the 60s. It is this quality of rules that allows the game to evolve over time and keep it fresh, interesting and entertaining for the players, the media and the fans. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be taking a look at some of the players who forced the NBA to change rules. If the title interests you, then stick around till the end and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to receive notifications for all our future videos, or at least some of them, hit the bell icon. That being said, let's get on with the video. Steph Curry and the 3-point shot revolution. 3-pointers, the shot players take behind the outside line, were scarce in the early 1990s and 2000s. Only the most accurate and best shooters were given the opportunity to make those shots, like Craig Hodges, Bobby Hansen, Bill Paxton and Steve Kerr. As the statistics go, during 2008 to 2012, the amount of 3-pointers made averaged around 18 shots. However, when Steph Curry joined the NBA, it all changed. In 2013, he recovered from his ankle injury, and at that same year the amount of 3-pointers averaged around 20. Following the trade of Monta Ellis, Steph Curry stepped in and took the keys of the Golden State. Steph's average 3-point shots hovered around 5 in 2013, then 8 the next year, and then continued to increase with some fluctuations to 12, which is the number nowadays. Other players in the NBA followed his example, and the total average number began to rise from 18 in 2012 to 20 in 2013 to 35.2 in 2022. So in 10 years, the number almost doubled due to Steph Curry's insistence on 3-point shots. The entire game changed. Teams had to come up with new strategies, and eventually they had to encourage the players to take shots or risk falling behind in points. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and the ban on dunking. The NCAA declared that all contests would no longer allow slam dunks prior to the 1968 season. The Rules Committee claimed that the shot was not a skillful shot, and that part of the reason they imposed the suspension was due to safety concerns. The NCAA ignored comments which suggested a different reason for the ban on dunking. Rumours were spread that the cause of the rule change was actually the 2.18 metre tall or the 7'2" UCLA student Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who towered over his rivals and dunked the ball quite easily. This was probably considered to be an unfair advantage by the NCAA and thought it best to correct it. Giannis Embiid and Jokic redefined the centre position. Quite recently, a consequence of the 3-point revolution, many people began debating whether the centre position is actually doing anything in the game. After the revolution, the game changed, the strategies changed, and the centre position came virtually worthless. It seemed that the man at the centre just stood around in the middle of the action. That was the case until Giannis, Embiid and Jokic arrived on the court and put an end to such discussions. The versatility of the gameplay and skills of these unicorns who pranced around the court dribbling, passing and shooting forced people to reconsider the role of the big man at the centre. These three, towering over other players at 7 feet, have completely pushed the boundaries of positionless basketball. They played like guards while simultaneously dominating at centre, exactly like the unicorns of early years of the sport. It is because of these three teams now are putting in greater effort to bring in versatile unicorns in the centre of the court. Charles Barkley and the 5-second rule. At 6'6" and 260 pounds, Barkley was able to throw his opponent on his behind, turn his back to the basket and carefully back them up beneath the rim before putting the ball in the basket. This was accomplished with ease. The Barkley rule, often known as Mark Jackson's rule by obnoxious New Yorkers, was developed by the NBA to speed up play because the procedure was frequently cumbersome and took a lot of time. According to this, players can only turn their heads away from the hoop for a maximum of 5 seconds while dribbling below the foul line. Michael Jordan and the sneaker defiance. Jordan opted to wear the black and red Air Jordan 1s in a Pearson game back when every NBA player wore either black or white sneakers, and the league quickly prohibited them from using that during the regular season. Michael thus became the first player to ever challenge the NBA by wearing the shoes of his choice, even if it meant paying a $5,000 fine per game. Jordan's defiance and Nike's marketing efforts led to the majority of players in the league wearing Nike and Jordan footwear today. Derrick Rose and the salary rise. Before he got injured, Derrick Rose was an emerging talent and due to his athleticism and explosiveness, really left his mark on the court. In his third year, he was crowned as the youngest MVP in NBA history. He was only 22 then. The talent Derrick Rose displayed on the court encouraged the NBA to enforce a rule change. The NBA decided on a new collective bargaining agreement which would allow teams to give those emerging players who showed off special talent in their early years a raise, which would serve as an incentive and motivation for those players to perform better on the court. This was put into effect in 2011. Sportscasting explained the rule as the Derrick Rose rule, which was created after Rose won his MVP while playing on his rookie contract, allows young stars in the NBA to qualify for a higher maximum salary, 30% of the cap, instead of 25% early in their careers. When players are eligible for rookie scale extensions, they can qualify for the Derrick Rose rule if they are named to an All-NBA team in the most recent season or 2 of the past 3 seasons, named Defensive Player of the Year in the most recent season or 2 of the past 3 seasons, or named MVP in any of the past 3 seasons. Breaking backboards. Because the Diesel brought down the backboard twice, the NBA modified the design of the backboard support and stanchion. Honourable mention goes to the Hacker Shack rule, which calls for a constantly and purposefully fouling a weak throw shooter on the team. This resulted in terrible television, which compelled the NBA to penalise teams who foul away from the ball, especially in the final 2 minutes. The player who has fouled would then make one free throw, giving his team the control of the ball. The restrictions did not, however, limit Shaq's greatness, unlike Wilt. And that's it guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon if you want to be notified for more videos. Oh, and tell us in the comments below which rule change you found the most interesting, and mention any rule change which you think we missed.